If you think you're safe in your own home, think again. Posted by Call Me Ace on the Chills Narrator subreddit, the Redditor describes a disturbing video of a stranger's brother approaching his brother's home in Houston, Texas. The unknown individual flashes a flashlight through the front door window, creating an unsettling scene. The video reveals a man who seems to be casing the house. If that's his intent, he's certainly not taking many precautions. He isn't wearing a mask to hide his identity and seems oblivious to the security camera that has caught him red-handed. If he was attempting to fly under the radar, he's doing a terrible job. Not only does he shine a flashlight directly into his potential target's home, but he also stares straight into the security camera, capturing his face before turning the light toward it. In a humorous exchange, Redditor Stark Burrito asks, was he pointing the flashlight into the camera to obscure himself? Bit late, but other users recommend that the homeowner alert their neighbors about this suspicious encounter, as well as notify the neighborhood watch and local authorities. Taking these steps might prevent this unknown person from escalating his actions further. While you might not have to worry about those you know entering your home, it's wise to remain vigilant about randos lurking around, as their intentions can be anything but harmless. Always prioritize safety and trust your instincts. You never know what might be hiding in the shadows or who could be watching your home, so stay alert and proactive in safeguarding your space. The world can be unpredictable, and a watchful eye can make all the difference. In Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, a man experiences what he describes as a zombie sighting when he comes across a stationary figure staring at him without moving. Not even loud music or approaching headlights can prompt this person to step aside or respond. It's concerning, and I'm certain this individual has serious issues that require help. Nonetheless, encountering such a sight late at night is incredibly unsettling, especially since the next driver might not be alert enough to swerve out of the way. This eerie scenario raises questions about safety in the area and the unseen struggles individuals may face. It truly is a sad situation indeed, reflecting a broader concern about mental health and the need for community support. Wanda Chance is cruising down the road when she spots a stranger who seems out of place. Dressed in a floor-length black cloak and holding his hands in front of him, as if forming a symbol, he piques her suspicion. As they pass by again, Wanda wonders if he might just be an ordinary teenager embracing a gothic fashion style. However, she catches a glimpse of a long, pointy ear at 1 minute and 14 seconds, leading her to question whether he's truly human. What do you think about this sighting? It certainly seems unusual, but could it just be a person with a unique style for the area, or perhaps a visitor from a far-off place trying to blend in? Maybe he's someone who feels out of sync with the world around him, or perhaps he's on a quest of his own, exploring a new environment. In a world so diverse, it's intriguing to think about how fashion can be both a form of self-expression and a barrier to acceptance. A group of British friends is playing catch in a courtyard when one of them spots something strange and points it out to the others. The camera follows his gaze, stopping on a pale face watching them from high above. The eerie figure stares for a moment longer before silently slipping out of view, leaving the group feeling creeped out and curious about who has been spying on them all this time. They report the sighting to the property manager, but she dismisses their claims, insisting that the room they're referring to has been locked and unoccupied for quite some time. To ease their fears, the manager accompanies them to unlock the door and show them around. However, as they search, they find the place completely empty. There's no way anyone could have been up there. Yet, the camera footage tells a different story. The identity of the mysterious peeper remains a chilling mystery to this day. It raises unsettling questions about who or what might be lurking in seemingly abandoned spaces. A YouTuber named Mark Gillo captures a complete stranger poking around his front porch for no obvious reason. What's unsettling is that she doesn't even attempt to knock or make her presence known. Take a look at what she's carrying and let me know what you think is inside. It almost resembles a cardboard container from a restaurant or something similar, but I'm not entirely sure. What could she be up to?
Yeah, you can't stand. Yeah, I can't stand.
You can't see, the woman exclaims twice while trying to peer through a window as two other individuals stand at the bottom of the steps waiting for her. After a moment, they all walk off together. It's unclear what she's trying to see, but her confidence in strutting around like she owns the place is definitely creepy. The group is dressed nicely, so I doubt she's attempting to break in, especially since her hands are full, which only adds to the bizarre nature of this video. Overall, I have no idea what these strangers could possibly want or why they thought this was socially acceptable behavior. It's truly puzzling, leaving viewers to wonder about their intentions and the unsettling vibe they create. A young woman was walking home late at night when she found herself in a worst-case scenario. Someone was following her. Posted to TikTok by Carolina Judah, the video captures a montage of her journey, from the foggy streets to the bus stop and then to the dark walk on her road home. A man stands ominously behind the bus stop, barely visible as a shadow. She says she ignored him and continued walking, capturing a shot over her shoulder. To her alarm, she realizes he's trailing her about 20 feet behind. As her journey progresses, he seems to be speeding up and getting closer, wearing a hood that obscures his face. Carolina recalls that he began shouting something at her, and she thought he might have been drinking. As she rounds a bend, she decides to sprint home. Although she couldn't see him anywhere when she arrived 20 minutes later, she heard the doorbell ring at the gate. She called her mom, but there was no answer. Peering out her window, she spotted the man standing just outside the gate. He then jumped the fence, crossed the garden, and started yanking on the door handle. Carolina locked herself in the bathroom, waiting for her parents to return. He eventually stopped, but she stayed put, too afraid to move. In the video's comments, TikTokers suggest not walking home when being followed. Instead, they recommend leading the stalker to a place with people and bright lights. However, this route seemed isolated too. So, what should she do in such a terrifying situation? It's crucial to stay aware of your surroundings, and if you ever feel unsafe, calling for help or seeking a nearby public place can be life-saving. Always trust your instincts in these unsettling scenarios. If you can, try to find a store or a friend's house where you can stay until the danger has passed, as it's always better to be safe than sorry. Awareness and preparedness can make a significant difference in emergencies. Remember, it's essential to stay connected with friends or family during late-night outings so you can alert them if anything feels off. Having a plan can help you feel more secure and ready to respond if a dangerous situation arises. A YouTuber named Sammy Penna is sitting in her car alone when a complete stranger approaches and starts trying to open all the doors. This doesn't seem like an honest mistake, just listen to how forcefully he yanks on the handles. It's clear he was hoping someone hadn't closed their door all the way, which makes the situation all the more unsettling. Her heart races as she wonders what his intentions are and if he's trying to gain access for a reason. But the real giveaway is that he doesn't even attempt to unlock the driver's door. He likely knows from experience that this door is almost always locked and not worth the trouble. With her tinted windows and sunglasses, he seems completely oblivious to the fact that anyone is sitting in the back seat. After a moment, he casually walks away empty-handed, at least for now, until someone inevitably forgets to lock their doors. This leaves everyone wondering what might have happened if he had actually managed to get inside. Ever had that unsettling feeling like someone's watching you? These three boys certainly had a reason to feel that way. Posted by the comics man to the chills in a Tor subreddit, the uploader mentions how some people go to the Dencel desert or a park for fun, but what they found was anything but ordinary. In the opening frame, the video captures three kids gearing up for some parkour, engaging in typical carefree activities. However, just beyond their playful antics, something sinister lurks in the background. A shadowy figure emerges from a nearby tree, resembling a silhouette that sends chills down the spine and giving off serious Slenderman vibes. Its ominous presence casts a dark cloud over what should be an innocent parkour adventure, transforming it into something eerily unsettling. As the video continues, the figure reappears at 1:43, motionless in the trees, watching the boys. Again at 3 minutes, its presence heightens the eeriness. Oblivious to the lurking danger, the boys remind us that even innocent settings can conceal unsettling secrets. Check out one of the scariest moments ever captured on Capped at a notoriously haunted restaurant. It's a calm Wednesday evening, with barely any customers around and only a few staff members on duty. No one is anywhere near when suddenly a glass jerks forward in strange, subtle movements that are easy to miss at first glance. The manager, puzzled by what they're seeing, zooms in for a closer look, and sure enough, 4 seconds later, the glass eerily moves again, this time tipping over completely. Employees are convinced a ghost must have caused it, but I'm not so sure. If the bottom of the glass was wet, condensation could have easily caused it to slide across the counter by itself due to physics. So, is this truly a ghost moving objects, or just a simple case of science at play? Either way, this sect footage is unnerving, and the unexplained moment is unsettling enough to leave anyone spooked. What do you think, paranormal activity or just nature's way of tricking us? In a video published by Urban Exploration in August 2016, viewers are presented with a chilling sight. A man clad in a black hoodie standing eerily still outside a set of nearby steps, peering through the uploader's window. The footage captures this unsettling figure seemingly frozen in place. The uploader reveals that for the past 4 days they have been disturbed by this mysterious man lurking in front of their building, staring into their apartment windows. This video serves as crucial evidence to validate their claims, as friends and family remain skeptical. Recorded on August 22nd, 2016, at approximately 3:00 a.m., the tension builds over the course of a minute as the creep remains motionless. Suddenly, the YouTuber dashes out of the room, racing down the stairs to confront this unnerving situation and uncover the truth behind this bizarre occurrence. What will they find when they finally step outside? However, upon his arrival, he discovers that no one is there. The camera sweeps around the area, but the stalker has vanished without a trace. Could he have been hiding in the nearby bushes? We can only speculate about his whereabouts. Most people install home surveillance cameras as a security measure to protect against burglars or unexpected visitors. But what Helen Brookshaw's surveillance camera captured was far more chilling than any burglar had caught an unwanted visitor of a different kind. One that no one would ever want to encounter. Focus your attention on the upper left corner of the footage. Not one, not two, but three ghostly figures seem to drift eerily in unison, moving back and forth in a strange circular pattern. Adding to the spine-chilling scene is the fact that it appears to be happening near a graveyard, with tombstones clearly visible in the background. It turns out Helen's home is next to a cemetery, which makes sense considering the title of the video, Ghosts on My Kekvin Graveyard Next Door. The fact that these three paranormal figures were captured on camera, combined with their location beside a graveyard, only heightens the bizarre and unnerving nature of the footage. Imagine living right next to a cemetery where such creepy occurrences might happen on any given night. It's an unsettling thought for sure. What makes this video even more convincing is that the footage is undeniably filmed in a graveyard, a place believed by many to be populated by spirits and paranormal entities. In this particular video, we see three, possibly even four, figures moving in a glitchy, almost otherworldly manner. Could these be the spirits of deceased individuals visiting their loved ones' graves? Or is something more sinister at play here? Either way, it's a haunting reminder of the unknown that lies just beyond our doorstep. But the most haunting part of this is not just seeing ghostly figures, but the eerie synchronicity of their movements, almost like they're part of some otherworldly procession. For those living near such a cemetery, it must be unnerving to consider that the line between the living and the dead could feel so thin. The spirits seem to move with purpose, as if they know the camera is watching, only adding to the mystery. Could this footage be a genuine glimpse into the paranormal? Or are there other explanations at play? Regardless, the unsettling image of 3 or 4 spirits caught in this strange, timeless loop makes for an incredibly creepy experience. It's a story that Helen, and anyone who sees this footage, will likely never forget.